Hi everyone, welcome back to Studio Sydney Pilates. I have a challenging HIIT Pilates mat workout programmed for you today. Interval training allows us to target fast twitch muscle fibers to build strength and power, but it definitely feels challenging and heated, so grab your water and a mat. We don't need any other props, and let's get started. To start off today's Pilates HIIT, we'll come to 4-point kneeling and then raise the knees to hover. Walk the legs straight back into plank one at a time and then walk them back, knees under hips. Exhale to extend the legs, squeeze the quads into plank, and then inhale, we bend the knees right back under the hips. We want to find that stability through the hips and the spine here. We use obliques to stabilize through the hips and keep everything neutral and stable to prevent rocking in the hips as we walk back and forth. Inhale through the nose, exhale, extend. We're doing 30 seconds of each exercise and 3 rounds. This is our interval training, which allows us to target fast twitch muscle fibers, which progressively builds strength and power. For our next exercise, we're going to come onto the left elbow into a side lying. Bend your left knee to support the body. Reach that right arm up towards the ceiling and then extend right leg straight out, squeezing through the quad, pointing the toe. On the inhale, we're going to lower that leg to the floor, just tapping the toe down onto the mat, and then exhale to lift the leg right back up. Again, similar to our first exercise, we want to find that stability through the hips and spine. We use our obliques, our back muscles, so our erector spinae muscles, and also our glute medius here to stabilize as we lift. Inhale to lower, tap the floor. Exhale, we rise. Again, 30 seconds of each exercise, so we're almost there. Great work, everyone. We're probably feeling the burn right about now. For the next one, we're going to feel the burn a little bit more. We're going to keep that right leg up, so ankles in line with the hip. On the inhale, we're going to lower the hips to the floor, so laterally flexing through the spine. Exhale to lift the hips right back up. Again, this is using our erector spinae muscles, so our back extensor muscles, our obliques, our QL, which is our lower back. We're using our quad to actively engage and extend that leg. And then of course, as you're noticing, glute medius quite a bit here. Push through it. I know it's burning quite a bit. Inhale, lower, exhale to lift. Don't forget to breathe. I know it sounds silly to say, but sometimes we forget to breathe when we're working really hard. Great work. Let's come over to the other side. So we'll come onto our right elbow now. Right elbow directly underneath the shoulder, bend through the right knee, and then extend the left leg straight out. Left arm up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, we lift that left leg up towards the ceiling, pointing the toes, squeezing through the quad. Inhale, lower, exhale, we rise. And you know the drill. We find again that stability through the spine, through the hips. We actively engage through our quad. We're halfway there. Great work, everyone. Let's find those hip dips. Lift your top leg up so ankles in line with the hip. Inhale, we lower hips to the floor, laterally flexing through the spine. Exhale, we lift all the way up, aligning the spine back to neutral. Exhale, we lift. Inhale to lower. Okay, remember really starting to burn here. Push through it. 3, 2, and we're done. Oh, good work, guys. Okay, we're gonna come onto our backs. We're gonna do some abdominal work here. So bringing your hands behind your head, just lying supine here. So lying on your back, find your imprint. So tuck the tailbone under so you no longer feel any space between your back and the mat. And then we're going to bring the legs up to tabletop. So knees directly over hips, shins parallel with the floor. On the exhale, open up one hip to tap the floor in front of you with your toe. We keep the knees at 90, but we're just going to alternate opening up through the hips, tapping the floor out in front of you, and then bringing that knee right back over top of the hip. Again, keeping these at 90, maintaining that imprint here so lower back stays connected to the mat. We draw the ribs down and in. It's a bit harder in this position when we have the elbows wide to prevent flaring, but that's our goal, that's our intention, to draw the ribs down and in using abdominals. We're gonna do the same thing here, but just speeding up the pace. So opening up through the hips, and we tap 2, 3, 4, 5, So that's the pace I'd like you to keep until we finish this exercise. 15 more seconds. Remember, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Almost there, last 10. From here, still keeping both knees at 90, we're gonna open up through both hips, so tapping the toes onto the floor out in front of us, and then we're gonna move through pointer flexion and dorsiflexion. So point the toes, tap the toes onto the floor at the same time in front of you, and then flex the feet, tap the heels out in front. So we're alternating here, point, tap, flex, tap, point, tap, flex, tap. Inhale to hinge at the hips, exhale to open and tap. 8 more seconds here. Inhale, lift, exhale, point to tap. 3, 2, and we're all done. Great work. If you know me, you know that I love extensions. We always want to work an extension. It helps us to build better posture, which we all need, especially in this day and age. So let's bring the knees as wide as the mat. We're going to bring the heels together in lateral rotation. Bring the hands right onto your forehead. On the exhale, I want you to bring your elbows up towards the ceiling and then extend the spine, bringing your thighs off the mat, extending to lift the chest off the mat. Your cervical spine, so your neck follows what your thoracic spine does. So only lift your neck as far to extension as your spine is going to extension. Most of the time that means your gaze is only lifting about maybe 3 inches, 4 inches ahead of you when you lift up into extension. So we're not cranking the neck up to extension, we're keeping the back of the neck long. Good, these creep up quick, we're almost done. And release. Great work, everyone. Going to round 2, coming to 4-point kneeling. Again, we lift the knees to hover. Exhale, extend the legs straight back, squeeze the quads. Inhale, we bend the knees to hover under the hips. You know the drill. We're gonna go through the next 2 rounds, 30 seconds each exercise to start progressively building those same muscles. Abdominals, shoulders, back extensors, quads, and glute med primarily, but we're also working lots of stabilizer muscles through our hips and shoulders here as well. Inhale to bend the knees, exhale to extend straight back. Last 3, for 2, awesome work. Let's come back into that side lying series. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it does get a little bit harder as we go through and those glutes start to get a bit fatigued. Stay with me here. We start left elbow underneath left shoulder, reaching right arm up towards the ceiling. Bend that left knee underneath you to stabilize. Inhale, we lower our straight right leg to the floor. Exhale, we lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. Can we keep pointer flexion through the toe and again, actively engaging through your quad to keep a nice long leg the entire time. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Ooh, okay, you know what's next. Let's lift that ankle up to hip height. We lower the hips to the floor. Exhale, we lift. We feel those obliques. We feel glute medius really firing up now. Let your breath help you here. When we start to get fatigued, and especially when we start to get heated, we need to use our breath to assist. Inhale through the nose to lower. Exhale through the mouth to rise. 10 more seconds. Let's push through it. Ooh, yeah, that burned. Let's come over to the other side. So we're gonna come onto the right side now, right elbow underneath the shoulder, reaching left fingertips up to the ceiling. Bend your bottom knee to support your body, and then we extend top leg out, point the toe, squeeze the quad. Inhale, lower, exhale to lift. I know the glutes are feeling fatigued at this point. Breathe through it. Almost there. And then we keep that top leg lifted. Inhale, we lower the hips, laterally flexing through the spine. Exhale to lift. I'm laughing because it hurts so bad and we're just gonna work through it. Oh my goodness, almost there. And relax. Oh gosh. Okay, we only have to do one more of those today. Let's come onto our backs again. Hands behind the head, elbows down on the floor beside you. So we're opening up through the chest. Shoulder blades draw together. We find our imprint to decrease that space between the lower back and the floor. And then let's go into our toe taps. Again, we start slow, keeping knees at 90, just opening through the hips. Focus on drawing those ribs down and in so they're not flaring. Again, that's hard work when we're drawing scapula together in retraction. Good, 10 more seconds here at this pace, and then we're gonna speed it up. Awesome, and then same thing, but we're gonna speed up the pace. The pace is 1, 2, 3, tapping the toes at that pace. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good, we're halfway there. Good, and then we open up through both hips, first starting in pointer flexion, and then we flex the feet, tapping the heels onto the mat. So point the toes, tap, lift, flex, tap, lift, point, tap, lift, flex, tap. Same idea as the single leg hip openers. We're drawing ribs down and in, maintaining imprint, keeping elbows wide on the floor. Exhale to lower, inhale to lift. Great work. Let's come on to our stomachs now for our prone back extensor exercise. So hands come down, tops of the hands on the forehead. We draw the tailbone under to imprint, so pubic bone is heavy on the mat. And then exhale, we lift up into extension, lifting the head up with the arms, bringing thighs off the mat. Again, your neck follows the rest of the spine. So lift the gaze just slightly, not cranking the necks. We're trying to find mobility here mainly through the mid and upper back, not as much lower back. So I want you to feel that imprint, tuck the tailbone under, and focus just here on the upper back mobility. Inhale, lower, exhale, rise. Awesome, and we're in our third round, last round of the day. You know the drill. We lift the knees, exhale, extend back into plank. Shoulders, abs, glutes, and quads are fatigued. So again, using that breath to push through this last round. And we come into our side lying, left elbow underneath left shoulder. We reach right fingertips up, drawing shoulder blade in towards the spine. Bend the bottom knee to support the body. And then we lift the hips, extend top leg, point the toes, squeeze the quad. Inhale, lower, exhale, rise. Okay, you know what's up next. Let's mentally prepare. Keep that left leg up. Inhale, we lower hips, laterally flex spine. Exhale, use obliques and glute med to lift. Use your exhalation to push through. We exhale on the effort, so we exhale when we lift. Inhale, lower. Okay, one last one on this right side. Right elbow under right shoulder. Reach left fingertips up towards the sky. Right knees bent under the body. Extend the left leg. Let's push through this together. Inhale, lower. Exhale, we rise. Oh my gosh, the burn in that bottom glute. Okay, and we push through our lower end lifts, whatever you need to do to get through it. Laugh, smile. I just want you to keep breathing. Exhale to lift. Exhale through, power through. We're almost there, halfway, and then we're done with these for the day. And if you're crazy enough to come back, maybe another day, but not today. Whew, good work, everyone. That was tough. Let's lie on our backs. Again, we'll bring the hands behind the head, elbows down, chest open, elbows right down onto the floor. Find your imprint, tuck the tailbone. We bring the knees up over the hips, 90 at the knees, and then we open one hip at a time, tapping the floor, keeping pointer flexion through the feet. Exhale to lift, inhale, lower. And we go into our double time toe taps. The pace is 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome work. And then our double toe taps. Flex the feet, tap, lift, point the toes, tap, lift, flex, tap, lift, point, tap. Good. A little bit harder on the lower abdominals to maintain our imprint. So that's where our focus is right now, keeping the lower back and mid back connected to the mat halfway there. Awesome. And our last exercise of the day, let's come into our prone position, finishing off with our extender work. So elbows wide, bring the forehead onto the hands. On the exhale, we tuck the tailbone under, pull the ribs in, bring the elbows up towards the ceiling, and then we extend the spine, lifting the head, lifting the thighs off the mat. Inhale, lower, exhale, rise. Can we squeeze the heels together, finding that connection in our hamstrings and glutes, halfway there. And we're done. Awesome work, everyone. Thank you so much for working out with me today. Thank yourself for coming to the mat and taking on this challenge. Drink lots of water today after that workout. And if you like this video and would like to work out with me more, subscribe. I'll be posting weekly videos of Pilates, Pilates HIIT, both low intensity and high intensity. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.